I am a horror movie fanboy. I love the thrill of being scared and sitting on the edge of your seat while a movie plays out. However, I also don't watch a lot of movies, as I'm not a big fan of idly sitting by for hours not being actively engaged. I say this because Supermassive Games hit a great combination in the PS4 Exclusive Until Dawn by presenting it like a movie, but allowing for an active experience while doing it. Until Dawn revolves around 8 friends returning to a mountain lodge where a traumatic event occurred just a year prior, resulting in 2 friends disappearing. Each of the 8 friends have their own personalities that can change based on how you interact in the story.
Hey, Chris.
I'm just doing like Sam taught me. Other people's private thoughts are my own personal playground.
Some big-name actors and actresses lend their talents to the series, including Hayden Panettiere playing Sam and Brett Dalton, who plays Mike. The facial capture is done well, showing the weight of each of your decisions weighing on the minds of the characters. There are roughly 3 stories at play in the game, each lending influence into the next. Now, much of the themes are commonplace in movie thrillers, but Until Dawn's story writing makes these ideas feel fresh. I started the review highlighting my thoughts on movies because the game is laid out like one. There are a lot of cutscenes where gamers will sit back idly watching, however, it's not for long. For almost every cutscene, there is a number of quick-time events causing the player to be ready at any moment or risk consequences. The overall gameplay boils down to exploring the map and being prepared for quick-time events. Combat is filtered through quick-time events, escaping in the same, even climbing is through quick-time events. However, that doesn't mean there isn't a whole lot at work in the game. Supermassive Games forces the character to play detective outside of these story events. As you explore, you will find items, pictures, maps, and other clues to discover the bigger story playing in the game. Some of these are very well hidden, causing you to explore the map and uncover the events. The best mechanic of the game is the butterfly effect. For those who don't know what this is, it's a theory for what you do today will set up events down the road. This is largely what drives the story and the game. You are given choices at every turn, and many of these will change how characters interact and future choices in the game. Those clues you uncover by playing detective will also influence character dialogue. This mechanic had me second-guessing almost every decision I made. Some of the choices felt like picking a green apple for a red apple, meaning both decisions are largely the same. When it comes to controls, they are very minimal. You can't run in the game, but it doesn't feel slow because you can walk fast. Sometimes I found the walking felt very wonky. If I wanted to turn around, sometimes the player would walk a semicircle instead of just turning around. This sometimes caused me to walk into a wall and be stuck for a second. Now, this frustrated me at times, as most games don't have this issue anymore. The last thing I want to address is the between chapter events. You will be approached by a psychiatrist who will ask you a series of questions. However, it's lost its flavor as the game goes on. At first, I was a big fan of it and I thought it added so much to the game. As the game went on, however, it started to feel less impactful before disappearing. Until Dawn may be the sleeper hit of the year. At the game's core, it's a very typical choose-your-own-adventure game. But the character and its story makes you want to explore, beat, and understand it. The game mechanics may be very minimal, and the walking may frustrate you, but it will continue to give you a thrill, seeing if you can survive Until Dawn. Always remember to keep it locked here at Press Start. I am Jeremy Culver. Thanks again.